For over 30 years, Arctic Compressor has developed and manufactured some of the finest air compressors available for fire and industrial applications. Made entirely in America, with industry-leading features and a proven track record of safety and reliability, our compressors and fill stations consistently exceed our customers' expectations.
One of the first things that really attracted us to Arctic was the simple fact that it's a 100% American-made product. All the parts are here, all of the logistics are here. One of the big things that we've learned through the pandemic was time delays. I didn't want to run into that problem when it came to our compressors and being able to fill our SCBA bottles and to be able to deploy our firefighters out into the community. It took one phone call, and this entire team showed up to walk through each of our stations and indicate exactly what we needed and what we didn't need to replace. The shaking of a hand still means a lot to me, and having all those reps come out and walk through that, priceless is probably the best word for it. One of the things that I really appreciate about the relationship with the dealer in Arctic is they came in and evaluated the current compressor that we have in Station 1 and said, we could absolutely tell you to replace this, but there's no reason to replace it right now. Why don't you give that compressor 5 years? We'll reevaluate it at that point. And if it's not functioning correctly, or if we don't think we can continue to service that compressor, we can have that discussion at that point. So having a company that's not looking out just to maximize their profit was big.
I reached out to about a half a dozen chiefs that had different compressors to find out good and bad before getting the competing bids that we did. Ended up getting 2 competing bids, one of which was Arctic Compressor, and we contacted Arctic, and it was a matter of weeks from the time that the City Council approved buying of the product to going through the dealer to then ultimately getting the product installed. We're an emergency operation. We don't get to take breaks. We don't know when fires are going to come in. So when it came time to figuring out when we were going to do it, we didn't know how long it was going to take. So we filled up all of our bottles and our cascade system prior to. We had a backup plan with one of our neighboring departments if we need it, and thankfully we didn't. Arctic was able to come in and work through the installation process without us having a major event, therefore taxing all of our air supply.
We are in the process of building our 3rd station. Arctic is going to be the foundation of all 3 of those stations. The fill stations that we're going to have in are all the 3-bank auto-cascading fill stations.
We've been very pleased with the support we've gotten from Superior Arctic. Someone actually answers the phone. That's certainly enjoyable. You don't have to get put on hold, don't have to have a translator, don't have to get sent to someone else or third-party outsourced.
Having that ability to reach out and talk to somebody one-on-one if there is a question that we have about the product, if there's a problem that we can't resolve on our own, knowing that they're going to be there for us to support us and have somebody on site very quickly to be able to resolve any issues is imperative to us.
I don't know much about compressors or fill stations, had to become an expert. I have people here in-house that help me do that. He was able to work directly with Superior Arctic on how it is it's going to be maintained, what to look for, when to do maintenance records. It's been a fantastic process. I actually had very little to do with it, which was fantastic.
That air in our bottles is our lifeline. It has to be the cleanest air that you can get into that bottle, because without that, we can't make entry into a structure. We can't go in and save lives and save property. Arctic has the ability to provide that for us through not only their manufacturing process, but then the setup, the delivery, the air quality checks for us to make sure that we're breathing the best air possible.
We had a pretty bad fire just about a month ago, and we used almost every bottle we had in service. As a matter of fact, we actually had started filling bottles before the fire was over. It wasn't a fatal fire, but it certainly could have been. It was nice to not have a part of that stress be, are we going to be able to refill these bottles?
Making sure that we have that ability every day so that our firefighters come back and can just perform their job, get back in service, and then get back home to their families and be prepared for the next call. You just can't go with anything less than what's quality. If there's any chiefs out there that are evaluating whether they should switch vendors, whether they should look at a different system for their service area, give me a call. I'll tell you who to talk to, because the relationship that we've built with the Arctic manufacturing and our dealer has been phenomenal. It's been a great experience. We're going to save money. We're going to have the highest quality equipment that is American made, parts readily available, and they'll be in your stations, and you guys will be breathing good air, and you'll be able to trust the equipment and the process.
With 100% American-made products and a reputation for stellar service, Arctic Compressor is the simple choice. For more information, visit www.arcticcompressor.com.